You can either have faith or have control, but you can't have both. Anytime I call myself trying to have both, I'm always disappointed with the outcome. Things never go my way. Anytime I pray, and then right after, I start trying to figure out how I can make it work. I start strategizing and forcing stuff, and then I wonder, why is God not answering my prayer? Girl, it's because you're trying to answer it yourself. But I'm telling you, when I tell God, look, I'm going to be real, Lord, I don't know how you going to make this work, but I know you going to make it work. The how, that ain't even none of my business. That's above my pay grade. I'm going to leave the how to you, but I just know you can make it happen. Even though I can't see how with my human logical mind, I know through you, all things are possible. So I ain't worried about nothing. But whenever I have that mindset where I can trust God with a blindfold on, I don't need to know how he's going to get me there. I just know he's going to get me there. That's truly walking by faith and not by sight. What God does is he usually exceeds my expectations. I constantly find myself laughing, find myself giggling because I'm like, Lord, you are so creative. Ain't nobody more creative than God. How he orchestrates things, how he puts things together, he is so strategic and he's so mysterious too. When you attempt to have control, it's because you don't truly trust God. And you probably don't trust God because you have a limited perception of him. You view him as a human. Therefore, you put human limitations on him. And God is not even a him. God is greater than that. God is a force we can't even begin to define. We can't even fully wrap our little human brains around all that God is. When you truly surrender and you humble yourself before God and you say, look, Lord, you know more than I know. You can do more than I can do. Have your way. He's going to work wonders in your life. I know from experience. I used to be a control freak because I was worried to death. And the reason why I was worried to death was because I wasn't trusting God. I was just trusting in myself. And guess what? The more I tried to control, the more I lost control. Let God be God. Stop trying to be God because that's not your job. And I feel like it's an insult to God because he looking down at you like, you doing the most. You doing all this after you just prayed to me and you told me you trust me, but it don't seem like you trusted me because you down here doing the most, trying to make things happen on your own and not being patient, not waiting on me, not trusting my plan, not trusting my timing. Now, like I said at the beginning, you either can have faith or have control. If you choose control, just know you doing it completely on your own, which in my humble opinion is unwise. But if you choose faith, you have the Most High guiding you, so you can't go wrong. And I'm gonna be real, like I always am. Letting go of control is very hard. But you know what's even harder? Living a life without God's guidance. Living a life where you don't trust him, where you're just leading yourself. Yeah, you might do well, but you're not gonna be fulfilled because you're not gonna be walking in alignment with God's plan for you. You might be doing well for yourself on paper, but you still feel empty. And that's because you chose control over faith. You chose your little plan over God's plan, not realizing if you would have went with God's plan, you would have been fulfilled and you would have got all the other stuff that you wanted too. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And part of obedience is being faithful, trusting God no matter what. You got to be a soldier. You got to know no matter what happens in life, God is going to take care of you. But you got to take your hands off the wheel. And yes, I know it's scary, but it's even scarier not letting God drive. I pray this message blessed you. If it did, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye.